together. This is the last day of our first 4-wheel drive Gypsies tour, where we do hard technical driving for a few days in a row in a location further away from our home base, Sydney. These adds some additional difficulties and challenges as we don't have our mechanical support network close to us, and if you drive 4 days in a row some of the hardest tracks, you are bound to have some issues.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law.
So day 4 at Coffs. Today we do Eagle View, which is a track Eric also hasn't done yet, so keen to see. I have to say I absolutely love Coffs. The surrounding here, these rainforest style, the banana, the palms, it is absolutely stunning. I'm still getting used driving John John's manual Hilux. I thought I could stay in that rut and drive over that tree root, but didn't have enough momentum for that. So I reversed back, realign and give it a second go. Next in line, Stephen and Vicky in the short wheelbase Jeep JK, and Stephen drives it beautifully. Curdy and Tim in the mighty 4.2 Patrol are next in line. The next track gets us right into it. As nearly everything in Coffs, it is mighty steep, rutted and has some interesting little sections and ruts. The video does not do it justice. The end of the steep climb has some off-camber rocky sections in, and it is much steeper than it looks here. So potentially if you would roll your vehicle here, it would be a very long way down. It is also the 4th day of 8 to 12 hour technical driving, and we start getting a little bit worn out, mentally and also physically. Steve was quite lucky here not to break something. Curdy has both of his e-lockers engaged, but you can clearly see that not always all 4 wheels really turn, and that is obviously what you would expect with a lock diff. Curdy didn't have much luck on this section, so Tim got him to reverse a bit further back, pick a completely different line and try again.
start of Koala Trail here.
Ah, Koala.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
top. So we're going to go down the chicken track and then come back up the hard one.
Okay. What was the track we just did before? That was
Big Boambee.
Big Boambee. That's a beautiful tree. Eric inspecting. I just have one question. Panel damage. The Koala track is pretty much split into two parts. The middle part, which is the part where you very likely do panel damage, and then the bottom part here. So we are currently driving the bottom part down and then back up. I'm just letting John's Hilux idle down here in first gear. On steep descents you really want to try to keep the wheels spinning, because if you brake and you stop the wheels you have a good chance of sliding. That means you lose steering, so constant forward momentum is desirable. Curdy and Tim were leaving us here, and after driving down were making their way home back to Sydney.
Go right a little, mate.
Koala. The ruts are officially taller than Steve.
Good step up.
Yeah. So that is the bottom of the rut. This now is the top section of Koala. And to be honest, you only should really attempt that if you have a ute like Eric without any panels to damage. And even then, you are quite likely will do some damage to some parts. The whole part is off camber to the left, and that means you will lean into the rock shelf on the left while climbing the big rock steps contained on that track. Yeah, with rear panels, I give that a miss in the Hilux. Some panels. I think you gotta drive into it.
You want to put a damper on?
If you have one. So, pulley to here. Eric's winch has steel cable, so that is definitely something you need to take serious, because if that would break, it can store a lot of kinetic energy and do a lot of damage. However, this is a very light winch. Eric is assisting, so there is hardly any load on that winch. This is the second repositioning. We took the pulley out of the winch, and that got us a little bit further. You just caught the ledge now. I'd actually reposition over there.
Yeah, I think it'd be better.
That's why I thought at the beginning we would be better off somewhere here.
Yeah, we've done that done.
Yeah. No, go back. Try to keep it straight. It will lift a bit more. Yeah. Stop. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. I reckon from there you may drive it. If you come. Oh. Do we have another strap? Eric, you want me to put the strap on there? I think you do it. We can put the strap on the front and just pull that front. You don't need that much until you come down. The fourth and last repositioning of the winch anchor point did the job, and Eric could drive out. After all the effort to get Eric through there, the rest of us decided to give it a miss. Some souvenirs. Yeah. So that's where the Hilux panels would be. So no.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
This track doesn't look like much, but the center ridge of these ruts is very high. So Eric with his portals has no issues, and the Hilux on 37s is just making it. However, that will be quite difficult for Steve and Vicky in the JK on 33s. As you can see, that's a very narrow channel here. And I'm making a little bit of a boo-boo by not driving up with enough gusto. So I pretty much get the front wheel kind of up, but then can't get the rear up. So I reverse a little bit back, try that with more momentum, and that wedges me in between the two walls. At this stage I have no room to maneuver anymore. I can't go further back because otherwise I do panel damage, and need to ask Eric for some assistance as John's winch is not working. A quick tow from Eric gets us out of that predicament. Doesn't look much, but I got twisted over to the right, skewed, and then I sat pretty much in an angle on the track and did the rear light, so I couldn't reverse. I needed a winch.
At least another one of them at home.
Good. It's just to vent him. Oh. So Vicky just came over the UHF. We're pretty much winching up the whole hill. So Eric has rigged the winch set up here, and that's probably was the shittiest step. You hear the winch going at the bottom. How many meters do you have on your drum, Eric? 60 meters. Which is a bit stuck now. Yeah, it's not going to get better, unfortunately.
What every happy couple does together?
Yes. Long winch hill, Steve. Eric's whole truck is moving. Make sure you don't drive over that rope. Okay. Hold it there, Vicky. Stop. Yeah, she should be alright from here.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
We thought we'd play a bit around on the steep hill and just let all the vehicles crawl up in first gear without throttle input and see how far they get. The Hilux and the 109 with the 37s just went that extra 20 centimeters because of the bigger tires. But then gravity won over all the vehicles.
When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop.
This was the end of our epic Coffs Harbour adventure. Kurt and Tim left us after Koala, and now it was our time to get back home. But we certainly will be back, that is for sure. Please don't forget, if you enjoy my videos, like, subscribe and share, and maybe even consider becoming one of my Patreon supporters. It would really help me out a lot.